Alright, so here we are going down into Recapture today. Just along the county road to document the road being maintained, graded, and gravel being put on it and stuff by the county. This on the side here, but this is all part of the dam, so we'll get some more pictures as we go on down here and show you when we get to where the closed area supposedly is. There we go. So here we are at the supposable closure sign. Sign right there says no motorized vehicles or no vehicles. Has all your little pictures. Road closed. So this is where the protest took place, is on this road right here. This is the road. And as we've shown in the records and everything, there has never been a Title V on this road issued by the BLM. It is a 2477 road, so it's a county road, and the county has sole jurisdiction over it. BLM doesn't have any. Yet, 2014, we got charged with trespassing on it, assessed a $96,000 restitution for them looking at it for damages on this road here.
Some tree is orgasming right now. Look at that. This one right here. Wow. The cliff dwellings are what people see and notice more. I mean, that's what really gives you that sense of place. But there's all kinds of surface sites, many of which are covered under sand and vegetation and not readily apparent to the untrained eye. The illegally constructed route turned out, I think it's 32 individual sites is what they've come up with now, causing approximately $300,000 in damage to archaeological resources.
The road in Recapture Canyon has been there for decades. The trail was maintained over the years for public use. It was not illegally constructed. The area was an open area with no development restrictions until around 2006 or 2007. The Great Old Broads worked with Special Agent Dan Love to fabricate evidence against two planning residents that were later fined $35,000 for doing trail maintenance on the trail in an open area. Through threats and intimidation, Agent Love coerced the two citizens into a conviction. The media and everybody, and even the prosecutor, was the damage that we did on this ride, on this road. And as you can see, I mean, you show me where the ruins are, you know, what damage there was. No, it was all fake news. It was all... It's all fabricated. The road isn't owned by the BLM, it's owned by the county. BLM knew it. They lied. They lied in court. They just wanted to get a conviction. So does this road look like something that needs to be closed even if the BLM owned it? No. Does this look like it's closed? No. Not at all. That's heavy equipment driving down the road.
They didn't have a choice. When the archaeology was disturbed, they had to close it to motorized. It was still open, by the way, to foot traffic, horses, and bicycles.
No, the fact is Judge Shelby lied. This road is not closed. and it was open at the time. Prosecution lied. They needed to get a conviction, and the only way they could is charge us with trespassing, so they had to lie and fabricate evidence in order to make that happen. Because this road was not closed. Then during our appeal, when we sent that to the appeals court, they didn't even look at most of the issues that we presented. They focused on the one issue of Shelby having to tell us who his friends are, because he's best friends with Sua. Anyway, that's all they focused on. They didn't even address all the other stuff. The no due process, violation of First Amendment rights, all of it. Not letting us do a defense, the whole damn thing. No, the fix was in as soon as Juan Palma, the Department of Justice, Jason Moore, and the BLM law enforcement all started working together and fabricating stuff and giving the media false information. The fix was in. Juan Palma lied about when he told Phil Lowe, it's not a problem, you go down there. Of course it's not. It's not his road. We had that on recording. Court wouldn't let it in.
But I can make a change, and nobody's going to get arrested, and nobody's going to do all that kind of stuff. We're not going to do that. And I can't change that, because I'm here now in Utah, because I do have an affinity. And I hope it is what you just described, that you can have your celebration and that you can, ride or walk down into the canyon. That'd be wonderful.
It was all fixed all the way through. All right, here we are, standing next to the road. Common shot there. So we're going to just pan down the road here with a right took place. So this is what they're grading. They had no evidence showing that anybody went on the trail beyond the end of this road. Jason Moore couldn't even figure out how to run 4 trail cameras. He put up 4, he said, but none of them worked. Who knows if anybody went down there? They had no evidence of it. They didn't even try to convict us of it. Yet they fined us or gave us an assessment where we had to pay back $96,000 because of the assessment they did on that part of the trail that showed there was no damage. The reason I'm standing here filming is because this is where Josh Ewing stood and filmed as the ATVs went by, and I even went by. So I wanted to film this specific area. You can see the difference in the road and the ruin up on the
My
hill
chiropractor?
that is in Josh's video.
Mr. Shumway?
Hey, Josh.
Got it?
If Phil Lyman had gone down unarmed and driven into the canyon and said, arrest me, I want to make a point, that's civil disobedience. Be willing to accept the consequences. But when you show up with a bunch of armed thugs, so chicken shit that they won't even show their face, own their bad behavior, is when we've turned to anarchy.
Say mine, just like the BLM says my land. We don't say that. It's forbidden for us in our sacred language, because we say Mother Earth.
Wilderness. We shouldn't have 1 inch of more wilderness in this state. They have mugged us and they have stolen our treasure so that we can't go out and enjoy it and go down it.
Bureau of Land Management, Forest Service, monuments, national parks, recreation areas. There is no basis in the Constitution for their existence.
Thank you. I'm the only one in it.
Oh, no. So I'm Brian.
I'm Dessa.
Hi, Dessa.
As you can see, nothing that Rose Chilcote just said is true. Armed thugs, not showing their faces. These are the people that were there. There was Commissioner Lyman standing right there on the left side of the screen with his back to you. He doesn't have a gun, doesn't have his face covered. None of these people that you're looking at do. These pictures here, who has their face covered? Where are all the guns she's talking about? Where are all the thugs? No, it was just their narrative. They were lying. and setting us up and working with the BLM to do it. So this is the end of the trail. They're getting down the end of the road. They're getting down here to the end of the turnaround point. They'll clean it out. That's where we ended. Turned around and came back out. So that's the grading of this road. So as you've watched this video, it should be clear to you. There was nothing like the media said there was. This road was not closed. It's a county road. It's being graded right now. The stuff that's in the video that Friends of Cedar Mesa and Great Old Broads put out is totally fabricated lies. BLM and the federal government department just all use this to prosecute and convict and put myself and Commissioner Lyman in jail. And it's all one big lie and false evidence.
We came down here to try these trails and see why we're having closures at this point in time.
All right, well, we're glad to have you. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I'm just frustrated that they keep closing our land and our property or places to ride.
Yeah.
It's we the people and not the government. But, yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming down.